during the finals of the just concluded African Cup of Nations that was staged right there in the Kingdom of Morocco. And yes, the big question, if with all of these sanctions now, there are at least three Moroccan players among the players that were sanctioned, why then? Why is Morocco being awarded the Fair Play Award? Yes, the Tournament Fair Play Award. Don't forget it was awarded to Morocco. If all of this happened, if truly CAF is now saying all of these things happened, why on earth was Morocco given that Fair Play Award? So many questions to be asked from the CAF and also Dr. Patrice Motsepe and also the CAF First Vice President, that's talking about Leja, who is also the President of the Royal Football Association, as that's talking about the Moroccan Football Federation right there. So much to talk about, so much to look into. Quickly going into that story right about now, because we always start from the home front, just so you know. We take thoughts coming from the Confederation African Football Dictionary Board, who has imposed a series of sanctions on the Federation Senegalese de Football and also the Federation Royale Moroccan de Football, as well as several players and officials following the incidents during the 2025 African Cup of Nations final. In a statement that was posted on its website yesterday night, it was early this morning, CAF said the sanctions were handed down from violations of the CAF disciplinary code, including breaches of the principles of fair play, loyalty, and integrity during and after the final match. So much has been said, because right about now, Senegal coach Papeteur is now definitely going to be suspended for 5 matches, and that's not all. He's also going to be fined for about $100,000, and that's according to the statement. A couple of other players, like the likes of Iliman Sheikh and Ndiaye, is also going to be suspended for 2 official CAF matches for his unsporting behavior towards the referee. Yes, he's also going to be paying. The federation will pay about $300,000 for the improper conduct of its supporters. A whole lot of money flying around right there. There's also another $15,000 that is going to be paid for misconduct of the national team due to 5 players who have received cautions after that particular tournament. And for the Moroccan side, there's the likes of the current African best player that's talking about Achraf Hakimi, who is also being suspended for 2 matches, but one of them, well, you know the way they do English in law. Yes, so it means it's just going to be serving the suspension for just one of the matches, and it's also going to be paying a bit of fine. There's also the midfielder Ismail Saibari, who is also going to be fined a bit of $100,000 for 3 official CAF matches for unsporting behavior, while the federation is also being fined about $200,000 for the inappropriate behavior of the stadium ball boys during the final. CAF also imposed another $100,000. So it's, just to tell you, there's a bit of money flying around from the sanctions that is being meted out against Senegal and also Morocco in the aftermath of the just concluded African Cup of Nations. Away from CAF talks right now, I will go straight into the home front, taking talks coming through from the Nigerian Premier Football League. Don't forget that we had actions yesterday, and a couple of other actions will be going down later today as well in the NPFL Match Day 23. All prayers up right now, cause my darling Kwara United. This is not something you like to see. They are currently sitting 18th on the league table after playing 23 matches. Quickly bringing you some of the stories from the NPFL. Former Super Eagles captain Ahmed Musa struck decisive goal as Kano Pillars boosted their survival hopes yesterday, while the likes of Abia Warriors and Nasarawa United suffered damaging home draws in the Nigerian Premier League. Giving you the result of the matches that went down yesterday. Their games between yesterday, Plateau United hosted Enugu Rangers. It ended 2-1. Abia Warriors played at a 1-0 against Wiki Forest. Nasarawa United played at a 1-0 against Eyimba. Kano Pillars were 1-0 winners over Katsina United. And the game that was supposed to be played yesterday, that's the game between Rivers United and El Kanemi Warriors, has been postponed. Don't forget that Rivers United are Nigerian sole representative on the continent, and they are currently played in the CAF Champions League. They will be in action this weekend. Other matches that will go down today, Bayelsa United will be hosting Niger Tornadoes, Kun Khalifa to be hosting Kwara United, Ikorodu City in the Battle of the Southwest Derby right there will be up against Shooting Stars. Warriors will be hosting Remo Stars, Bendel Insurance will be hosting Barau FC to complete the matches for the match 23 of the Nigerian Premier Football League. So much to talk about on the show this morning, so much to look into, and don't forget I'm serving it in bits and in pieces, tiptoe into some of the major stories making the rounds in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sport. I always tell you that whether you're a sports person or just someone who loves the thrill of the game, this is the right place for you to be, because the early bird has gone around the world to catch the scores, and it is my own prerogative to let you into all of these stories right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. That's why we are your number one urban lifestyle station. Away from that right now, straight into the world of tennis, bringing you thoughts. It's been said that Serena Williams has reignited speculations that she could make a return to tennis, refusing to rule it out when asked, and instead replying, I don't know, I'm going to see what happens. The 23-time Grand Slam champion, a 44-year-old mother of two, has not competed since the third round loss at the 2022 US Open, but she entered the tennis anti-doping testing pool in December, setting up the rumor that only she can deny that particular one, and it looks like a comeback is very much on the cards for her. Don't forget that at the ongoing Ocean Open, her sister, that's talking about Venus Williams, also competed, though she lost out in the first round. She competed in the doubles as well, and then she lost out in the second round in the doubles of the ongoing Ocean Open. Though yes, at the age of 45, she was handed a wild card, knocked out in the first round. She competed. I mean, you can tell that age is definitely catching up with her, but looks like she's not ready to succumb just yet. Anyway, from that right now, taking more thoughts coming through from the Ocean Open. Match is currently on the way this morning. It's Arana Sabalenka up against Elena Svitolina. One of them will be in the case to get through to the finals that will be played on Sunday. World number one Sabalenka is targeting her third Melbourne title in just 4 years, while Svitolina has never reached a Grand Slam final before in her own career. Her first set is done, and yes, Sabalenka is definitely at the top of that particular one. She won the first set 6-2. Right there, seemed much like an hindrance, but most definitely we'll see how the rest of the game are going to pan out. After that one, we've seen Elena Rybakina up against Jessica Pegula. Rybakina won Wimbledon in 2022, while Pegula is looking for her first Grand Slam title. So also play for between the semi-finalists in the women's category. It's been said on record that this seems to be the most exciting semi-final in the history of the Ocean Open in recent years, not just in the women's category. We can also talk about the ATP as well. A lot of stuff coming through from that sphere. I will be sharing it with you right here on Empire Radio 102.1 FM. Away from that talk right now, straight into the world of football, bringing you thoughts coming through from the world of the UEFA Champions League. Don't forget that we are done with the league phase now, and we are now into the next round, the round of 16. By the way, 8 teams have qualified automatically through that, likes of Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur, Barca, Chelsea, Sporting, and also City have all qualified automatically, and then from 9 to 24 will be involved in the playoffs that will be happening later next month in February. But the draws for that will be done on Friday right there in Lyon, Switzerland, and now it's going to be played is that from 9 and 10 we're playing against 23 and 24, 11 and 12 we're playing against 21 and 22. In that order, that's how the draw is going to be made. There's no we are from the same country in this one. There's no we've played in the group stage together in this one. You face yourself whenever the draw picks you, and that's how it's going to be at the UEFA Champions League. Served it to us in its full glory last night. Amazing matchups, more entertainment to look forward to. It's been said that 5 of the English Premier League side have made it into the next round. That's talking about the knockout stages of the ongoing Ocean Open. Did I say Ocean Open? UEFA Champions League. I'm sorry. Looks like I'm mixing it up this morning. It does happen like that sometimes. I'll give you the full result of the matches that went down. Of course, you must have heard about it. That your popular betting platform also did a lot of people dirty last night. Some are saying maybe it's just the server error. But then, this should be reported to the FCCPC because it should not continue to happen. And let the boys cash out. Let them cash out. But then the network did what it knows how to do best. If you're one of them last night, my heart does go out to you. It does happen like that sometimes. You go again, right? That's all you guys say. Ajax lost the home to Olympiacos. Arsenal were 3-2 winners over Kairat. And for the first time in the history of the UEFA Champions League, we have a team, especially in this league phase, going unscathed. Yes, Arsenal won all of their 8 matches straight up, showing that yes, this is the stuff of champions. Victor Gyökeres getting on the score sheet, and his first goal for Arsenal in the year 2026. There's also Kai Havertz, who also started his first match yesterday, had an assist and also got a goal. And then there's Gabriel Martinelli, one defender since Thierry Henry to have scored. One Arsenal player since Thierry Henry to have scored as many as 7 goals in the UEFA Champions League for Arsenal. He's got 6 goals to his record this particular Champions League alone. And then there's a familiar foe who wanted to do Arsenal dirty last night, and that's talking about Jorginho scoring that penalty kick in the 7th minute of that encounter. Atletico Madrid also lost at home to Bordeaux and Glimt. Barca were 4-1 winners over Copenhagen, and yes, Marcus Rashford continued to make history. He's now had 8 goals and assists in 8 matches for Arsenal, for Barcelona so far this season, and also writing his name in the record, becoming one player just after David Beckham to score direct free kick in the UEFA Champions League. Don't forget, he once did it for Manchester United against Paris Saint-Germain, and he also did it last night for Barca. Amazing right there for Marcus Rashford. Maybe or maybe not, Barca will be making that transfer a permanent one in the coming days. We'll be looking forward to it. Borussia Dortmund lost at home to Inter Milan. Manchester City defeated Galatasaray, becoming the first English Premier League side to defeat Galatasaray since 2014. The last English side to defeat Galatasaray in Euro is definitely Arsenal, and that one happened in 2014. Erling Haaland getting on the score sheet, as well as Jffy. Jffy as well has now been involved in 18 goals and assists for Manchester City so far this season. Not too good as outing for Nigerian poster boy Victor Osimhen right there. But there's a bit of solace to take from that particular match. Of course, even Pep Guardiola came out to say, look here, this boy is amazing. You can tell. Serve him, he's going to get the goals for you. Could look at the bromance between himself and also there's a bit of bromance between himself and also Erling Haaland after the game yesterday. Quickly, before I wrap up, let's have a bit of gist about that particular match. And I've got my Oga at the top. He's from the Games Village, by the way. So quickly, let's talk about that particular UEFA Champions League outing last night. Welcome to the Mr. Coyote.
Good morning, how are you doing?
Very well.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing actions in Champions League last night.
That yesterday night was awesome. We've never had that kind of final day in the Champions League like that.
Yeah.
In fact, this kind of format is the best compared to when we are having that home and away.
Yeah, home and away. Yeah, you don't even know who you're playing against.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Yesterday was funny. I can't forget the drama that happened at Benfica.
Benfica, yeah, 90+8.
In fact, Guardiola was asked to say that. I have to thank Jose Mourinho for that, because after they won the match 2-0,
yeah,
they didn't know that they still need
one more goal. Yeah, I was checking the table and Marcel was like moving up, coming down.
Yes.
I was
like, so all of them were in the dressing room. They didn't leave. They were checking. Immediately knows that they have to
one more goal.
Needs one more goal.
Yeah.
All of them were just there. Immediately that goal came in. All of them were.
You can see Mourinho jubilating with the ball, boy.
Wanting the keeper to go and join them.
Yeah.
For that attack.
And allowing the midfielder to stay in the
exactly.
middle.
And it was awesome.
Typical Jose Mourinho.
You know, Jose Mourinho now. He like to play that kind of
football
match. When it's a game big team, he might not be doing very well with the smaller team, but when it comes to the big team, he wants to show them that, see, I'm still the Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, that you obviously know.
So, and yesterday was actually the best day for him, because he's having a problem with the Benfica Ultras that he does not be performing very well. They are 10 points behind the FC Porto, and so yesterday,
even when they are 10 points behind the FC Porto, on record, he's not lost in 15 matches so far. And this is like the 16th match he's playing with Benfica.
Yes, but you know now, it's a rival between Benfica and Porto. So 10 points behind, they'll be like, we have to do something. And they know Rui Costa, which is a former AC Milan legend and all the rest. So Portuguese legend. So it was not being okay with them since last week. So, but I think this result, they're going to enjoy it for a while. Before the pressure comes again.
I mean, let's talk about Arsenal. Amazing form they've had this season so far. I mean, by whatever anyone is saying about the style of football they are playing, they are getting the job done as it should be.
That's how it's supposed to be, because people has been talking about them that the kind of matches they are playing has been conservative.
Yeah, boring football.
Yes, if you look
defending.
at it, I'm a Manchester United fan, by the way.
Okay.
But let's talk about it. They have been playing that fancy football for the past 2 years. They didn't win it.
They don't get any results.
But now they actually look for a way. How can we do it? Let us play that conservative game. Let us have the ball and just look for that 1 goal, 2 goals to win.
And then we lock up the show.
So and it has been working for them very well.
So far.
Look at it now. So, but in England, they always look for your way. That other thing we have to look to mirror what you're doing, and that's just what is happening at the moment. But trust me, they'll still come back. And after we win the league, don't worry, they win the league.
Okay, I mean the Manchester United fan is giving it to Arsenal that Arsenal will win the league. Before I wrap up, earlier this morning, there's the bit of information coming through from CAF concerning the sanctions on the Senegalese team and also the Moroccan team. So while I was signing on the show this morning, I asked the question. I said, with all of these sanctions on Morocco, the players, the association, why then was Morocco handed the Fair Play of the Tournament award? I mean, if all of these things are true, why did Morocco get the Fair Play award?
Yeah. See, I don't want us to go into that kind of
conversation
right because, as you say, once the matter is still in the court, though it's not in the court, it's with the CAF.
Yeah.
So let us wait for the verdict. After that, we'll now talk, because if you're having this kind of drama and sanctions all over the round for referee, especially when it's a match that refer a Morocco's match, we're having this kind of challenge. Then there's something that is being. That is, we don't say wrong, but there's something that is not cool very well.
There's an underlying issue.
So that we are going to be, at least they finished the competition ended like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
And we are still
talking about it. Yes.
So that means there's still some underlying things that we didn't know about until CAF come out of it. But hey, let's wait.
Let's wait and see how it's going to pan out. But then a couple of sanctions have been meted out, like I mentioned. Like the Senegalese team have been fined about $300,000. The coach has been suspended for a couple of matches, 5 matches by the way. There's also Ndiaye, which is also going to be missing 2 matches. Even Achraf Hakimi will also be missing a couple of matches right there, as well as Saibari will also be missing some of the matches. I think 3 CAF matches for Saibari.
Yes,
right
because
there.
People have been saying that will coach be able to coach in the
World Cup.
But as what CAF is saying, it's going to be on maybe CAF matches that
this is just going to have effect on. Okay, hopefully we look forward to see how all of this will evolve in the next couple of days. Don't forget that this is the World Cup here, and even the likes of Sepp Blatter are now saying that, look here, I'm not sure that we want to see any partnership between Spain and Morocco ahead of the World Cup in 2030, if this is how it will pan out again.
Well, I think what actually happened was that maybe if I were waiting for what to happen in Morocco, Morocco actually fall into their hand, because what happened in the final, FIFA would not want it to happen, and they don't want to take themselves bad. So that's why they actually will award the final of the World Cup to Spain. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, because they want to
see this kind of thing happen again
and want to be like, we are giving it to them. So people are trying to play very safe at this moment. So that will be like, maybe they've collected money from the Moroccans, Royal Jffy and others like that.
Because that's what the old football is saying about Dr. Patrice Motsepe, right? It's the person with the piper that is playing the tune for CAF right now. Okay, away from that, let's quickly take a look at some of the matches that will be happening in the UEFA Europa League. Because, of course, I'll shot beyond our time already on the show. Aston Villa will be up against Red Bull Salzburg. Aston Villa most definitely are looking to continue to cement their place in Europe, even with a couple of not too good result that they've had the last couple of days, especially that loss to Everton. But yes, they are looking to cement their place in Europe. Barca will be hosting Victoria Pleasant. Celtic will be up against Utrecht. Malmo will be traveling to Genk. Lille will be hosting Freiburg. Likes of Nottingham Forest will be up against Ferencváros. There's also going to be Panathinaikos hosting Roma. Real Betis up against Feyenoord. Stuttgart up against Young Boys. And there's Red Star Belgrade against Celta Vigo. In the Nigerian Premier League, I mentioned already, likes of Bayelsa United will be hosting Niger Tornadoes. Bendel Nation will be up against Barao FC. Ikorodu City will be hosting Shooting Stars. Kun Khalifat up against Kwara United. Warri Wolves up against Remo Stars. Quickly, let's talk about Ikorodu City and Shooting Stars today.
Yeah, that's one of the
Southwest Derby. Yeah,
and a lot has been going on, because what happened is that the coaches that has been with the Ikorodu,
is the one that are Shooting Stars right now.
Now the assistants has left Ikorodu to the Shooting Stars right now. So it's good to, and you understand they're just left. No these Ikorodu City players, but there's going to be a cracker at Mobolaji
Johnson Arena today. One match to look forward to.
One match to look forward to the Southwest Derby.
Most definitely. And also there is Remo Stars, embattled Remo Stars right now, because yes, they've not been living up to that expectation in the season so far. Defending champions, and they are currently languishing in 17.
People have been talking about the fact that their coach is not with them. He has been busy with the national team.
Does that really have to have that?
But look at the list Ilechukwu is doing. It actually affected them last season.
Yeah.
But look at it right now.
Yeah, I think they found a way.
They found a way to actually work it, and they are in your fourth position this season. So I think Remo Stars should look for a way to actually look at what they are doing over there too.
Well, maybe for Remo Stars, I'm also thinking for them that they sold a lot of players. Maybe that is what is affecting the team.
Yeah, that's Nigeria. It's supposed to know that in Nigerian league. It's a player will play with you this season. By next season, you will see mass exodus of players.
Yeah,
and actually, the owner of Remo Stars said in one interview, like you can't expect those guys to stay with you
for
because of the amount they are giving them in Nigerian professional league. So it's like they have to go over there to make money.
All right, I mean, Sports in Jffy on the show.
I want to ask you a question before you go.
Okay.
Did you remember the last time a Nigerian ref actually be at the center of circle in an AFCON?
It's been a long time, really. It's been a long time. And I'm not sure I can even put a date to it. So a lot needs to be done.
Yeah. A lot needs to be done. So
I mean, for Nigerian referees, we all know that it's not been, panning too good for them in recent times. Even when we have like the normal continental football, like the CAF Champions League and also the Confederations Cup, they are always not there in the center of, being.
But the chairman of APL was saying that the performance has been better, the officiating has been good, but actually, how do you want to know? We can't see all these matches on the TV.
On TV, yeah.
So it's actually when these matches are on the TV that we will have to know that what you are telling us
is true.
So
even the TV rights. It's one from one channel today. You talk about another one tomorrow. It's not always straightforward. Some background, some backroom, deals that continue to happen in the NPFL.
There is one station that are actually doing the coverage now, but we didn't know the name. As in, I tried to.
Is it on terrestrial?
We don't know. Those are the information that we need to know. And how do you want your fans? How do you want the NPFL fans to see all this? If there is no awareness, if there is like, go to this channel, watch this thing, because it's Nigerian football, the Nigerian professional league for guys.
Sports in Jffy on IFI Radio 102.1 FM, and this hour we're taking on the show for today. Many thanks to everyone who's been a part of the show this morning. To Mr. K, sincerely do appreciate you joining us on the show today. Look forward to do more of this with you in the coming days. Sports in Jffy returns tomorrow, Friday, for the final lap of the show for the month of January 2026, and also Sports Hub returning Friday as well from 5 p.m. down to 6 p.m. on Saturday 2 to 3 p.m. 1 hour of banter, 1 hour of read, 1 hour of views, reviews, and all of the interviews. Ayodeji Ajiboye signing out this morning. I always tell you to stay sporty, stay active, drink enough water to stay hydrated, go out there, be the best version of yourself, and don't forget to be kind, because kindness is cool. If you're ever out there this morning and you meet someone on your way who does not have a smile on their face, do well to give them a bit of yours. Yes, be the rainbow in someone else's dark cloud. Do have an amazing Thursday. Good morning.
I love you, babe.
I know, and I love you too. This is why I've made it so that